So, hi guys, this is Navdeep from Delhi Immigration Services. Today we have Mr. Gobind with us. Mr. Gobind has received the Canada student visa after two refusals, and we changed program as well. So we'll just talk to him and see how his journey was and how he has come out as a successful candidate. Hi, Mr. Gobind. How's he doing today?
I am very well, sir. How about you?
I'm doing good, thank you. And can you talk us about your, through your background, through your qualifications, what you've done so far?
So actually, I completed my 12th in 2020 recently, and I
Mhm.
am from humanities background. I have scored 95% in 12th,
Great.
and like in IELTS, I have 7 band in each of the modules.
That's great. That's
Yeah.
great. And for which program have you applied in the first attempt?
In the first go, I had applied for that diploma in financial management, like,
Okay, so
and
you
yeah,
completed 12th in humanities, so and you may have studied some other subjects, I guess,
yeah.
related to finance. Okay. But it was financial management. I think it was more suitable for the people coming from maybe the commerce background, more extensive program.
Yeah.
Okay, so okay, financial management, I think program was not relevant, right?
Yeah, for me it was never relevant. Like in the first go, I told the previous agent, that I don't have maths in 12th, so I don't think that the success ratio for this would be there. But they insisted me that you have economics in 12th and you have 97 in 12th, so I believe that you'll get a visa. And it is one of the biggest, like the players in the industry. You know that I don't feel like naming them, but
Okay.
the
Okay.
service was really, really not up to the mark like I wanted it to be.
Okay. Then what happened? You retried for same program. Why did you do it? Did somebody recommend it or like how did
No,
it
in
happen?
the second time, like you mentioned earlier, that I got two refusals. I got only one refusal. The second time
Oh,
I came to you. Yeah.
okay. I'm so sorry. I think I got confused then.
No,
Okay,
no,
you
no.
only had one refusal. Okay.
Yeah, I got the refusal. Like I first applied my file on 7th of March, and I got a refusal on 7th of April. And
Okay.
after that, I tried looking here and there that what the next step should be, what should we are doing after this. And
Uh,
like I came to know on YouTube and other sources that Capes Note is one of the thing. When you get rejected, you should apply for the Capes Note. And before getting to you, I have applied for the Capes Note, and then one day I was looking at this your YouTube channel, Delhi Immigration Services, and I came to know about you that the people are getting visas after 6 or 7 refusals, and it was kind of a hope for me that I got a refusal for a first time, and if I try with you, I may get a visa. So then I talked to you. I remember the first time we talked was for great 45 minutes. Like the other people in the uh, profile or something like that, don't give that much time to the people. The first they demand that send us this amount of money or that amount of money, so then we proceed further. But my journey with you was really, really fantastic.
okay. And then I think we suggested you to change the program based on our discussion. I think you were also inclined towards going for some other program anyway.
I
And I
even wanted to mention this, that before the verdict of the Capes note came, you told me that what would be the verdict in the Capes note already. Like you gave me two of the reasons. That one is your course is not relevant, and secondly your establishment is not there. So both of the things Capes in the Cape note, and it was like how sir knows everything like a beforehand. So it is also what I felt that up to the mark. Then you suggested me to opt for this psychology. Like we have a talk about this, that what subject should be the next ones that we will opt, and we'll get the visa. And we applied for diploma, associates of art of degree in psychology.
okay, okay.
Yeah.
And then we reapplied, and I think we worked together in terms of SOP and everything. We shared with you, and then you possibly didn't do much because you felt like it was all up to the mark, I guess.
SOP
Correct
was
me if I'm
really excellent. SOP was the best in the process I have ever came across. That the first SOP was a single page and nothing was mentioned in that. Like even if being from another stream and applying for a commerce course, I felt that explanation was needed there. But in the second time,
Yeah.
you told me that now we are applying for a second time, so we'll give a better explanation for the SOP, and it would be of 6 or 7 pages. So don't feel that it's a big SOP. We'll explain each and everything. And the way you explained in the SOP, like you send me the SOP in the first of the time so that I can review. And really, the SOP was really well.
Okay, so I think in your case, what's unique, as you mentioned, was the establishment also. So because of your family circumstances, there was something which is not which I would not like to go into it. That's okay. But I think overall, I think we worked on both of the factors, and with some supporting documents, and we were able to
like
get
I'm
through.
fine to talk about that also, that I don't have both of my parents, so I'm living with my maternal grandparents. So for the first thing, like for me, was to show that I'm
Having
settled
strong,
settled
yeah,
perfectly in India. So in the first time, we never mentioned about the income tax return of my grandparents, nor does the rental income, anything. But when I applied with you, you suggested me to show those documents in that process, and like here we are now. We have the visa.
and I have seen. I mean, I remember your grandfather was. They love you, and they were so much even concerned about you, how it's gonna be, and they wanted to be on the same page, as just
Yeah.
like we were talking. And I think you're blessed with great grandparents. That's
Great
why.
guy. No doubt. I have blessed with the great grandparents, and even at the night, I called you for, like the notification came from do not reply mail. Then I first called you, and unfortunately it was 12:30 in the night, so we can't talk at that time. Then I went to my grandparents. I woke them up, and like I got the visa. And grandfather was so very happy, and everyone was in the family was very happy at that time.
That's great. That's great. That's what we need. That's great. That's great. That's so great. And can you also talk us something about after refusal? You mentioned that you watched the videos and everything. Other than this, what research you have done and how you have taken a decision of going with us, and what made you feel like, okay, we should go, we should do it.
Yeah, so actually, I have many of my relatives. Some are in Canada, some are in Australia, and some are in New Zealand. So I talked to each of them, and they were like, now to you have got a refusal, and it would be very difficult for you to apply again in Canada and get the visa. You should try for another country. But actually, my mother wanted that I must go to Canada. But unfortunately, she passed in November 2020, and so even my inclination towards Canada was much more than any other country. So I came across your page, then showed my grandparents that see Navdeep sir is helping the students to get the visa even after so many refusals. So why don't we talk to him? I talked to many of the agents after getting the refusals, and the response were not what I wanted to be. Like everyone talked for like 2 minutes and said that you have applied for a wrong course. Now it would be very difficult for you to proceed further. But talking to you in the first go, you talked for like 1 hour with me. We talked about everything, that what we went wrong and what we have to do, and really.
That's great. That's great. So happy for you that you got it. I understand. I saw you. I saw you missed calls and everything last night.
Yeah.
I hope you. I presume you maybe jumping in joy. I mean, yeah, you must be in cloud nine. I'm so
All
happy.
credits
So
to you, sir. All credits to you.
all credits to God. Anyway, we just
Yeah.
did what we did. I mean, so happy that you have got it. That's the ultimate thing.
You came as a blessing for me. Like really, I lost the hope that for the second time getting a refusal again. Like already the things were not up to the mark in the life like I wanted to be. But getting a refusal after that was also a little harsh and kind of a situation. And I got.
Another concern that I guess, another concern we had, I think we were concerned about is changing the program and how would we explain. And I think this was another valid question, which I think is 100% will be noticed by the uh, officer, that they would definitely see explanation about it. Why have you changed the program? So you went from financial management to humanities, I guess. We
Yeah.
applied
We
humanities.
applied for
Psych-
Associates of Art of Degrees in Psychology.
Psychology, yeah.
Yeah.
So you went from financial management to psychology,
Yeah.
completely different fields. And now was the question that how to explain this? I mean, why these officers won't doubt us, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, then we worked on it, and hopefully we have the decision now. So yeah, so
Actually, I like to mention this also, that like in the SOP, you mentioned everything so very well, that why I choose this course and why we in the first go why I choose this course as a wrong option for me, and now I'll do this, and like I'll come back in India like in 2024, and then I'll open a counseling office or something, like I'll work. And then you showed that how much money can a student get after studying psychology in Canada and coming back to India. Really, it was a thing like we talked for this, that making the officer trusted again, that why we are changing the course and making our intentions clear, that we are a bona fide student and we are not only giving them a chance to just get a visa, was also a challenge, but you completed a challenge very well.
that's I love working on challenges, and I think we did it pretty well in that.
Yeah,
And yeah,
100%.
every
I'm really
case.
always thankful to you, sir. Always thankful to you.
Yeah, we are thankful to God that we are even able to do it. But I
Yeah,
think I love, every case is different. I mean, your case was different. I never worked on a case like yours, though
yeah,
specifics may be different. But overall, the fundamentals of the nature of the problem remains same. So it was a great working with you. So thank you so much. You were a very positive guy.
yeah.
I could see it, and thank you so much. And I wish you great luck in the
Thank,
future. You have a great future ahead. And in case of
thank
any
you.
more questions, you're most welcome. In case you want to add anything for the other applicants, if got the refusal and suffering, and you can add before we end this.
Not only for the refusals, I like to suggest everyone for even applying for the first time. Like your videos, a 32-year-old guy with a gap of like 7 years getting a visa in a, was really nice video I watched. That guy got a visa in such a age that I don't expect was easy for anyone. And secondly, if anyone have a refusal there, first you should talk first, and the only stop I think for a student must be Delhi Immigration Services. Navdeep sir has been the biggest factor for me to help. Uh, the way you handled the case was really well. And so anyone having a trouble in anything can easily contact the Navdeep sir. Everything was so transparent. Everything, like we sent the SOP in the first go. Like we talked that I wanted to read a SOP. When you have a refusal, you doubt everyone. Like what happens if the things are not up to the mark again, and you'll get a refusal again. So it's thing like you have to trust the person in front of you. Like the SOP was very well, everything was transparent. You gave me the GC account, like the agents don't normally give it, but you gave me the GC account. We shared everything with each other, and really anyone can come to Delhi Immigration Services. Navdeep sir is always there to help you. And this guy has a blessing on him. I don't know how, but even he gave me that, texted me on a mail that you'll get a confirmation of your that if you're getting a visa or a refusal like in very soon. And the decision came after 1 day only. So I don't know how this person has such a blessing on him that he gets all the application success.
All thanks to God. Thank you so much. Thank you for those kind words. I really mean it. And thank you so much. Pleasure talking to you, and loved working with you.
Thank
Great
you.
success we had.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Stay happy. All the very best for your life. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Take
Thank you. Thank you.